since I'm talking about this controversial topic, I can also tell you what I did last week, because it was I posted a thing on Facebook that got really heavily disliked and debated on, and I just want to hear your take on that.
That means that it's a good thing.
I don't know, but anyways, I've done a lot of boot clinics throughout Sweden last 2 years, and I got so happy that one of the farrier schools, one of the national farrier schools, invited me and wanted to have a clinic. And it wasn't the school itself; it was one of the people who worked there, to be fair. So it was not the school itself, but at least I got to get to the facility and have a clinic there, which was really, really cool. And we got they chose a horse with the worst feet on the site, because they wanted to see how we could prove the boots to be working. And so we got the horse with severely negative plantar and palmar, negative angles in the palmar, in the angles. And it was also due to, I think it was 7 or 8 weeks into the trimming cycle. So it was also long and overgrown. And it was really, really bad. It was one of the worst feet I've ever seen, I think. And it was also chopped off in the toe. So it was square in the toe. And we couldn't touch the feet, because we were only there to make a boot fit to the hoof. No trimming. It was really unusual situation for me, but at least the boot did their job. And I took many pictures on this, and I went home and I had like a bad feeling about all this, because I couldn't say anything about it at that point. But now I did, and I posted a story about it, and I said that I've noticed that pathological hoofs are normalized to the point where you can have this kind of feet in a national farrier facility, where you teach students how to take care of horses' feet. And this horse was not a newcoming horse that have just arrived. He has been there on the facility, and it was actively working. And what I learned also was that some people knew that the feet were bad, but they couldn't really do anything about it, because there are vets there that decide what to do and what not to do with the hoof protocols. And they were just deciding, no, this is just normal shoeing protocol, nothing special on this one, just normal shoes and side clips, or what you call it. And and I was like, this was so shocking for me. And I wrote about this. This is shocking. And I didn't really want to just point this example out just to point them out. I wanted to take it as an example for the things that I see in the industry, is that pathology is normalized, and many people aren't really taking it as serious as they should be, and it's affecting the welfare of the horses. And I see it a lot. I wouldn't be putting this out there if it wasn't because I see this a lot. And even if I don't see it as extreme like this horse, because this was so extreme, a beginner could see it was something wrong with the feet. But I can see the caudal failure in most horses that are shod, and also barefoot horses. And I see that many people aren't looking at the same things, because they see normal hoofs. But what I see, okay, this is the beginning of underrun heels, and So I just put it out as an example, and I was, I was a bad guy for telling people this, and I
Of course.
and they said that it's really not this bad. It's really not. We don't see this out in the industry. We don't see this in the field. I worked in 30 years in farriery, and I never seen something extreme like this. So they only saw the extreme. They didn't see what my point was making, that we have different levels.
They took it personal.
Yes, and I wanted to hear what's your take on this. What do you see in the industry for, like, do you share my view, or do you also think that was too extreme?
No, obviously is the same. the ones that are focused on barefoot trimming or barefoot protocols, we are focused on health and promoting health and building health. So we are mainly focused on changing the management to promote this. So we very easily detect all these distortions, deformations, and pathology. Why? Because we do not use any constant support like a horseshoe, metal horseshoe, or plastic horseshoe. We cannot cope with that, and the horse will get um, sensitive, hypersensitive, lame very fast. So this is a training that the daily work forces us to take. But for a farrier, you put a horseshoe and the horse still works. So you can have um, fly marks in the frog, and the horse walks, canters, trots, and nobody cares. No, so this creates a two really different points of view, and and also um, yeah, but bets are more or less in the same, mainly because they do really not know what is healthy and what is should be normal. So what they see is what is common in the industry because of bad management, and what is common, they assume that it's normal, and they mix these two concepts, and we create a lot of stuff. Yeah, because the bad point of view is okay, I cannot change the environment. But if you do never say to the owner, this is a bad management, and your bad management, your bad feeding, your lack of movement, your bad hygiene conditions, you're having your horse in the pasture. If you are not addressing all these, you are not gonna be able to never help the horse. So for me, it's mainly this.